Recently, while traveling, I had to get a special calling card in order to use my cell phone in Taipei to call some friends here in the United States. And what would happen is I would dial a local phone number for the calling card. This is just like any regular phone call I would make. And then I would dial a calling card number, and then I would follow that up with the destination phone number. The problem I ran into is that normally, if I call a local number, right, and I enter the wrong key, let me see if I can show you on my cell phone. If I enter the wrong key while dialing the phone number just locally without any calling card, right, I can always hit the backspace button to get rid of digits, right? The problem is I would call a calling card local access number, and it would ask me, please input your calling card number. If I dial the wrong number, there's no way to erase. I have to start over again. I mean, I could wait for it to say this is an invalid calling card number, but it's painfully slow. It's usually easier to hang up and just start all over again. And then it's another problem when I dial the destination number. And if you think about it, there's a lot of digits you have to dial. So to dial the local access number, you have to dial 10 digits. I believe the calling card number is another 10 to 12 digits. And your destination number, if it's an international call, might be closer to 20 digits. You got 40 digits going on, and it was incredibly frustrating because you would dial the wrong digit, and your fingers get very fatigued after a while, and it makes me wish that we could use one of the star or pound keys to mean backspace. So there are a lot of places where this might come up. Calling cards and credit card numbers are prime sources of frustration for this issue of mine. It doesn't help that I suffer from mild autism. There are probably people with various other physical disabilities that might have trouble with the keypad depending on what phone they're using. So it makes me wish we could use one of these buttons for backspace. Okay, so that's one suggestion I have. The other suggestion I have is when I do get a phone menu of some sort, when I watch YouTube videos, I love to speed up the video, especially if it's just a content video, right? If I'm watching a lecture about, I write computer games, right? If I'm watching a lecture, I'll often speed the sound up if it's just review for me, right? Until I get to an interesting section, then I'll go back to 1x, right? And I wish phone menus had an option to do that. So you call your calling card access number, or you call the cable company, and it gets you to the menu. And it makes me wish we could use star and pound sign to control the speed of the voice, right? Pound the speed up, and then star sign to slow down the voice. Some people might want a slower voice. It really depends on who's listening to the menu. I think the reason these two suggestions have not been implemented is not because they're not popular. I think they are pretty popular. After all, just about every other device has a backspace, and then YouTube videos can be slowed or sped up. I think the problem is that somebody has to introduce it first. You know, if you call your credit card company, or you call your calling card company, and they have to spend 2 minutes to introduce, press star to speed up the sound, press pound to slow down the sound, and then they have to announce enter your credit card number. You can use the pound sign as a backspace key. At that point, they're wasting more time than what you might save using it. So there has to be some way to universally define some of these standards. And I think once the rules of the game are defined, I think everybody will benefit. So it might just have to be an investment of some sort. One of the giants will have to invest some PR on these matters. And obviously, I don't own any sort of business like that, but I'm willing to make this video out there available as sort of a guideline for how this might operate. Thanks for watching.